guys, it's Charles over here. I'm going to be out of the camera for a sec while I do this, but basically, look what I got in today. I got the Fewture GETTER Robo G GETTER Dragon, which has been a very highly anticipated release for us Gokin collectors. Now, if you guys aren't into unboxings or whatever, you might want to skip ahead to the actual review, but for those of you that want to share in the excitement of this, please stay tuned. So we're going to go ahead, take my trusty little dull knife here and start slicing this open. So if it's not evident by what I've just said and by the fact that I'm cutting the tape here, this has not been opened yet. So let's see. Just cut the tape, and you'll notice it's been shipped in the actual Fewture shipping box. There's no outer box, so I hope Fewture does a good job of packing their stuff. I haven't really had problems in the past, but then again, I've had the stuff shipped inside of a bigger box. I can't seem to cut through this part here. Just give me a moment. There we go. Just trying to be very careful. Alright. So, oh, okay, alright, here we go. I was going to say there doesn't seem to be anything protecting it, but it does have styrofoam corners, which is a good thing, thank God, because this thing seems like it might have gotten knocked around in the 3 days that it's been on its way here. So just take these styrofoam pieces out. Alright, always a good thing to have a lot of protection on these boxes, because the price you pay for these things, they should get to you in excellent condition. Speaking of price, this is probably the most expensive Gokin I have. Not as far as value. I've got some stuff that has more value than this, but as far as original cost, this eclipses the C3PO Gokin. But again, let me be careful. I don't want to. Wow, this is very heavy. And the box does not seem flimsy at all. Let me just take the tape off here a second. I don't want to rip the plastic. I do want to put it back in the plastic. Alright, so I'm going to be a little careful here. Always nice to have plastic wrap. Now with Fewture, you do want to be careful around the edges, because it is a sleeve, so don't grab it from here, because you'll just end up folding the cardboard edge here. So let's take a look again here. Got a nice glossy presentation here with the GETTER Dragon on the front. Alright, so we're going to slide this off very carefully. It is folded in on the tops over here, but no biggie. Let's just take this off. I'm sorry I got it out of your view, guys. Let me show you here. Alright, so you got this excellent, I mean worthy of the cost. The box here actually smells really good too. Yeah, I'm a little bit speechless, but here's the box. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and slip this off. Very, very nice thick cardboard. Look at that, white inside. So here, let's see if I can do this with you guys. Like other Fewture releases, has the little cardboard covers here, and you get the little instruction booklet, which surprisingly for the cost, you get a black and white little instruction thing there. Now I'm just going to take a moment to take the tape off the styrofoam so we can take a look at what's inside. Alright guys, so I've gone ahead and sliced the styrofoam on the sides. If you don't know what I'm talking about, like this doesn't really help that these flaps are there, but the sides right here, it's just completely taped over with some wide tape. So ready? Make sure I got it facing the right way for you guys. Take this beautiful styrofoam piece out and check this out, guys. Here is GETTER Dragon. Now that I'm looking at this more, I didn't realize that the protectors for the arms are actually stuck to the outer styrofoam. But here is, again, everything is laid out beautifully. And I'm sorry about this flap here, it doesn't let you see everything. Oh my God. Now that's enough of that nonsense, guys. It really does amaze me the amount of times I've dropped expensive Gokin on camera. This one didn't take too bad of a tumble, it just fell forward. Everything's cool. But yeah, so we're here in my review area so we can take a look at everything up close, alright? So the first thing we want to do is take him out of the box. This is how he comes out of the box with the skeleton face and no accessories attached. What I mean by accessories is little things like these medallions that go back here. There's one I've already attached right there. It's got two more. One goes here on the back of the neck. Just pop that in. That looks like it becomes part of his spine. And then this one goes down here like that. Alright? And in case you were wondering, the medallions on here are die-cast metal. You also see these little two gray posts. Those are for the wings, but you'll have these pieces that you can attach right here when you're not using the wings. Alright, so you at least have something there. And if we turn them around, we'll see that the face here is the skeleton face that he has when he doesn't have the face on. Alright, so let's take a look at that. Hopefully my camera will focus. There you go. So yeah, you get a nice little scary looking face. Now a lot of the future releases, the EX Gokin of the Getters and the Mazingers and stuff, they have skeleton faces, which is kind of a cool little twist on the whole thing. But it does come with the regular face cover. So we're going to go ahead and put that on. And that goes easy enough onto the figure. Just pops right in. Now you notice there's a little, kind of hard to see on the neck, but there's a little imperfection right above that little black square at the very base there. It looks like the neck took a beating during shipping. It would have been nice if they put something around the neck to protect it, but that's really the only defect I've seen so far, and it's not really a manufacturing defect, it's just a shipping defect. Now the figure, I don't think I have to tell you guys, this figure is immensely heavy. There's tons and tons and tons of die cast here, so if you guys are the ones like me that are just like loving the amount of metal on a figure, this is one of those figures you're going to love. Now I know there's a lot of figures out there, namely the Miracle Production diecast Voltron, that just has a bunch of metal that just, it's cool, but it's just not working for the figure. The metal works for this figure, guys. Like, see these big gigantic legs? Look how big they are compared to my hands. This is all metal, guys. Everything here is metal. And there's actually, surprisingly, there's metal to metal contact in some parts, like you know, let's say for example here in the chest, these two pieces are metal. It's just beautiful. Now a lot of people were saying maybe the blue wouldn't look so nice. The blue is an excellent blue, definitely not living up to its beauty on camera, but in person this blue is a really nice blue. Now before we go ahead and attach the wings, I do want to show you guys the articulation. You got the head right up here, and the neck, you'll see the base of the neck. You also get some slight articulation in these shoulder pieces. They got a little bar under there, I don't know if you can see it, which allows them to go up a little higher. You have the shoulders which go forward and back. I think that's an excellent point of articulation. You got the arms, no ratchets for the arm swinging. You do have a bicep swivel. You do get ratchets for the elbow here. You got the fists that are articulated. You got the upper body here. You also have the waist movement side to side. You have the hips. Your legs do go out. They're not held with ratchets, so you'll see they just want to come right back down and clank right into the other leg. Alright, the legs go forward. You want to be careful because you don't want to hit these two parts together and get a bunch of scratches of paint. Get your knees. You also get the swivel, which happens right up here, if you can't see that. And you got the ankles. Alright, the ankles are nice and tight, and they do have ratchets when you go side to side. And then you have the toe right here. And I do like the fact that these bicep pieces here do spin. The one thing that I found really weird is that most Getter toys have a spinning blade right here in his forearm. This does not spin, which I thought was kind of weird. So now we're going to go ahead and check out the wing set. You got the wing set right here. You'll notice there's 3 wings because they do spread out. But first we're going to check them out, what they look like this. So put them on very easily. Remember those little things I showed you? Want to pop those off. Alright, take them off like that. Then you want to grab the round circular one that goes there. This little arc right here makes the clearance for the little medallions back here. Just slide it right on, just like that. Then do the other one. The plastic that's used on this is a metallic gray plastic. I hope that doesn't get brittle over time, but be careful regardless. Alright, there we go, and that is on. So you got the wing set right here, which looks really cool on the figure, but what really makes it stand out is the fact that you can actually spread these open like that, which really gives it an intense look. Takes up a lot of space on display, so you may not want to display it with that unless you have a lot of space. I don't. I'll be displaying sans wings. Alright, and other accessories include hands like this one. Alright, you got two of these, and they're really big hands. Really big hands. And then you have the, aside from the regular fisted ones, you do have these to hold the axes, which we are going to check out right now. And here are those axes, humongous axes, beautiful sculpting. These things are amazing. This is amazing. All right, now to use the axis, you don't want to force this spike right into the hand here. That would be silly. You want to actually separate these. I'm not exactly sure, whoops, where they separate. Just found out where. All right, slide that in. Of course, it's going to be a tight fit. Just going to sort of put it on there so you guys get the idea, and do the same for the other. Now these aren't keyed. A lot of times the axes on Getter toys, I've noticed, or any toy with axes, are keyed in. This is not keyed. It's really unnecessary anyway, since the bottom of the spike is the same all around. And pop that in. Alright, let's go. Let's get a little piece there. Alright, there you go. That's what he looks like with the axes. Awesome. Speaking of axes, when you buy all three, you do get a bonus set of tomahawks, which as of right now, I'm not sure if I will be receiving them, since I've been ordering these separately instead of all three at once. I will be getting all three. Hopefully I do get the bonus set. I'll do a review of that in the future. Now, the Japanese love anime magic, and the show where this is based on is no exception. I'll get into really quickly after this. I'll get into something, but I do want to show you what he turns into. He's supposed to turn into this, which is not going to happen in real life unless there's some kind of weird physics thing going on. But yeah, this is what he turns into, guys. Okay, and you'll notice what's really cool. They actually used the actual elbows that you would find on the figure. They used them to make the ship here, which was I thought a nice detail. It even has the ratchets. Can't really do much with them, but they are there. So that was a cool little touch. This thing is also die cast. This whole upper piece here, I don't, except for this fin, this whole upper piece here and the bottom, not counting the forearms, is completely metal. So what I was saying before, I was going to get into really quick, is the fact that you guys might know that there's 3 releases of this. Each one is a different robot. The thing is, they're not really different robots. It's one robot that has 3 forms. So you'll see the colors of the other robots here, you know, for Liger and Poseidon. So the Getter is overall red, and then he would just be a mishmash of enemy magic and turn into whatever form he needs to turn into. All right, so that's the deal with that. So you don't have to get all 3. I want to get all 3 just to have each version, but even if you only have one, you technically have all 3. The next thing I want to show you is the chest here that does open up. Alright, let's get that open very carefully. Alright, and there's this little piece here, this little core that should come out. I put it in there. Alright, well, whatever. That little piece in there does come out. And the axes only fell off because I didn't push the handles in all the way. Alright, so I got the little core out. It comes with this little piece that you can actually pop right back in. And we're going to go ahead and do that. Pop it right back in. Another thing, guys, this could easily be a half-hour review. Very easily, because there's just so much that you want to say about this robot, but I'm going to try and keep it condensed. We already went over articulation. I already showed the little accessories it comes with. But really, the beauty, something that you can spend a lot of time on, is the beauty. Is just how excellently finished this figure is. The glossiness, the panel lining that's been done at the factory. Very excellent. The amount of die cast that was put in here, I mean, it's just intense. This is an intense figure. It's not cheap, guys. It's not cheap. It's probably close to $500. Okay, and that's with pre-orders. So definitely not for the weak of wallet. So before we end this video, I do want you to check out this little pan I'm doing right here, so you can take in all the sexiness of this robot. This is absolutely beautiful, this thing. Then we'll also do a pan down from the rear here, so you can check it out. Look at the detail on those knees. Look at all that gearing. Alright, so now we're down to the feet. We're going to go right back up to the butt. Now you're going to see on the butt there's actually a little gray piece here. This piece, I believe, it lifts up, and then you can connect the stand on there, which is included. It's got an included stand, something I'm not taking out because I don't need the stand. This guy stands very well by himself. The stand also, or actually there's a separate stand for this ship also here. Alright, and the only other thing that I found in this set, which is a little bit weird, let me get up to his face, you don't have to stare at his crotch, is this little baggie here with a little metal like ring with a rod. I don't know what that is. It has a hook on it, so I'm assuming it's probably to take out that damn core. That's probably what it's for, or to lift little panels. I don't know, but I think that's what it is. That, yeah. All right. Anyway, and this little screw here is for the stand, so you can screw it right into his back and make him completely stable. How can I almost forget to do this for you guys? I try and do it for my videos, but it's a scale comparison. Here is another Fewture EX Gokin. This is a Mazinger Z, the 1969 whatever. I think that's the repaint because it's got the blue limbs. I know some of you out there don't collect these, so you may not know how that scales. So we're going to go ahead and do a variety of different things. For you Transformers collectors, this is a deluxe scale figure. That's how it compares to that. So you see the size difference. For you 6-inch figure collectors, this is how it compares to that. Alright, that's a 6-inch Stormtrooper. And for you 3 3/4-inch guys, here's another Stormtrooper put right there. So you can see how that all scales together. You see that's a gigantic figure with a ridiculous wingspan. I don't know what else I could say. I really thought this could be a long review, but I'm just so overwhelmed, and you know, I don't want to spend another 20 minutes talking about how beautiful it is, but trust me, it's beautiful. It's excellent. If you have the money, if you're a fan, even if you're not a fan, I don't watch GETTER, Robo, I don't watch any of that, but this thing is absolutely stunning, guys. Absolutely stunning. And I do thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. If there's anything you can add at the comments, please do so. And until next time, bye-bye.